Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Clutch here, and today guys, we're back on the NBA 2K20. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be showing y'all how to build Nico Mannion here in NBA 2K20, guys. I'm going to get right into this video, so you are going to make this build a point guard here in 2K20, guys. Now real quick, I guess, before I get into this, if you guys don't know who Nico Mannion is, you can look him up. He has a bunch of Ball His Life videos from all of his high school highlights, and he played at the University of Arizona. I got this jacket on. I feel like U of A would have actually done really well in the tournament this year if they would have actually been able to play between Nico, Josh Green, Zeke Naji. Like, I feel like they would have been great, and they all left for the draft. And if you guys want to see more players like this, let me know. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I would do for this build. So if you guys have watched Nico, his high school stuff, really good scorer. He's a really good all-around player. In college, he evolved his game. He became better. He was more of a driver. He could drive to the rim. He could shoot the ball. He could pass the ball. He's a great facilitator for his team, for the Arizona Wildcats. So guys, what I would say for this build, how to make this build, the best skill breakdown, I would go pure playmaking. That's just my opinion. I feel like for this build, especially, you can get an extremely well-rounded build with the pure playmaking pie chart. This way you can shoot, you can drive, and you can also defend. So overall, I feel like this helps you create a overall well-rounded build, helps show how Nico actually plays and how he might translate into the NBA. I can see him being more of a pass first point guard as well as a shooter, but as of right now, I could see him being more of a passer to start out his career in the NBA. And also, I feel like he could probably be a lottery pick, maybe top 15 in the draft, depending on if he falls out of the lottery. I could say he'd go top 15 no matter what. That's just my opinion. Truthfully, though, we all don't know. For the physical profile, guys, for this build, especially just for the pure playmaking pie chart, I would go with the vertical in the speed pie chart. Your speed only gets a hit by 1. Your excel gets hit by 3, but you get it looks like plus 13 in your vertical, so I would go speed in the vertical pie chart for this build, guys, to build Nico Mannion here. Now, for these attributes, I feel like there's a few ways you can do this. I want to max out all of these finishing stats here. So this will give us 11 finishing badges, and actually I'm going to take this close shot down to an 85. Now what I want to do with these shooting stats is Nico can shoot, so I'm going to go ahead and add all of these shooting stats up. I'm going to max all those out. We're going to get 15 shooting badges. I'm going to take the post fade down to a 74 there to give us 15 of those shooting badges as well. We saved a little bit of points. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this pass accuracy all the way, this ball handle all the way, and I'm going to that'll give us 27 playmaking badges. And just so you know, if you're curious, the max you could get on this build would be 30 if you max out your post moves as well. So we got 132 points left. There's a few ways that you can do this. If you would like, you could pretty much max out this post move and take this down all the way to an 81, and then you could spend this on perimeter D, lateral quickness, steal, and offensive rebound. Now, another thing you can do is what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this post move down and throw the rest of these into my defensive rebound. That'll give me 9 defensive badges. That way, we have a better overall game. We can play defense. We have more defensive badges. And to me, those extra 8 defensive badges are worth more than 3 playmaking badges. Granted, playmaking is the only category we're going to be able to get Hall of Fame badges with this build, but I feel like having those extra 8 defensive badges will help you be able to play defense with this build a little bit better. And I feel like this would help represent Nico very well when you're considering how he plays. You can have the defensive badges, the clamps, and he'll continue to evolve his game to become a better overall NBA player. Now for the body shape, guys, I would say he would be more of like a solid type player, but I'm just gonna go defined. That's just what I prefer for most of my players that I create in 2K. So we're just going to go with the defined body shape. And now his height is 6'3". I'm going to make this build 6'3". If you want, you can make it 6'5". If you want to, be the same height as most people as they are having their players in 2K this year, but I am going to go 6'3" for his height. Now Nico's listed as 190 pounds, which is what I'm going to pick for this build weight, because as you guys can see at 190, that's kind of the sweet spot. We get 1+ to our lateral quickness, don't lose anything else anywhere. But I feel like obviously probably when he comes into the draft, he'll probably be like around 199 pounds, 200 pounds. I would imagine, because he's listed as 190, usually they'll probably put on 10 pounds of muscle. I would imagine before you're going into the NBA, you'd want to put on some muscle. And that's usually what most people do, is maybe put on 10, 15 pounds of muscle before when you make your transition from college to the NBA. So I'm going to go 190 because that's what he's listed as currently, and I feel like that is the best ideal weight for this build in general. So we're going to go 190 pounds. Now, for the wingspan, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm minimizing the wingspan. I feel like minimizing the wingspan for this build is good, and it says Nico's wingspan. I think it says it's 6'3". I'm not 100% certain on that, but I feel like minimizing it as well for this build is probably the best option. It boosts your shooting stats, it boosts your post moves, you don't get any boost to your ball handle because it's already as high as it can possibly get, so that's understandable. You get a boost to your strength as well, but this way we'll be able to shoot even more consistently, get that mid-range shot up, that three-point shot up, and our steal as well is going to go down a little bit, but overall I feel like 75 inches for our wingspan is a good choice. For the takeover, I feel like all these are good options, especially for a Nico Mannion type build, and I feel like you could pick any of these. I feel like playmaking describes him extremely well, as well as shot creating, not as much as slashing, but slashing could work. I feel like slashing, if you want for this build, would work great. Like for a takeover, for a park build, you could go ahead and take slashing takeover and be set. But if I would say if you want to, create a player more similar to Nico, I would go shot creating or playmaking, whatever your preference is. I'm going to go shot creating because I see him more as a shot creator off the dribble. But he's also a prolific passer. He's a great passer, so that you could take that and say, oh, pick playmaking takeover. But I'm going to go shot creating takeover for this Nico Mannion build, guys. And we are going to get a slashing playmaker similar to Isaiah Thomas, Damian Lillard, and Trae Young. I'm going to go ahead and bring this build up to a 99 overall and show you guys the badges I would throw on this build. I feel like Nico's going to be pretty good in the NBA. He's going to have, obviously, puts a lot of work in the offseason. Like his Ball is Life's mixtapes in high school were great. And the fact that he reclassified himself, like he should have graduated this year, graduated the year prior, to me that shows that he's making leaps and bounds to be at that professional level and be the best player he can possibly be, guys. So we're going to go ahead and throw this build up to a 99, and I'll show you the badges I would throw on this build. For these finishing badges, guys, I'm going to throw contact finisher here on gold. I feel like that is a badge that he could have. He seems to get dunks quite a bit, and contact finisher is a no-brainer if you can put it up as high as you possibly can. I feel like Giant Slayer too, it seems like he's able to finish over taller defenders quite often, so you could go ahead and add that. I'd put Relentless Finisher on there on bronze. I'd add Slithery Finisher, Fancy Footwork, and then Consistent Finisher there on bronze. I feel like those are some of the best finishing badges in 2K as well. I feel like not putting them on there would not be a good idea, and overall, I feel like those help describe him. You've seen him do some hop steps, some Euro steps, things like that, and a lot of cool layups. So you could go ahead and have Consistent Finisher and Slithery Finisher on there, and I guess you could throw Acrobat, but I don't have it on here. But that's another good option. Now, I guess I'll do those defensive badges, guys. I want to put Clamps on Silver. I feel like, that is something he should have as well. He plays pretty good defense. So overall, I feel like that is something you should put on this build, as well as Intimidator. I'm going to put Intimidator on gold. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like having Intimidator on gold is good for this build. And then what I'm going to do with these last three badges, I'm going to use 3 bronze ones. I'm going to use Interceptor on bronze. You can pick passes in the lane. There's quite a few clips of him picking passes. Pick Dodger on bronze as well, to help, get around the picks, and then Pickpocket so you can help with your steals. And if you wanted, you could take like Clamps down to Silver, put Pickpocket up to Silver if you'd like, or throw that on Interceptor. But this is what I would do for those defensive badges. This way we can play pretty good perimeter D with this build. When it comes to these shooting badges, I'm going to put Quick Draw on Silver. That's just my opinion, but you could put whatever you'd like on whatever level, all the way up to gold if you'd like. But I'm going to leave it there on Silver. Now I'm going to put Range Extender here on gold. There's been clips of him shooting from extremely deep, deeper than the college line, closer to the NBA line, and possibly even further than the NBA line, guys. So I'm going to put Range Extender there on gold. I'm going to add difficult shots on gold. There's a lot of clips of him shooting runners. He seems to be a very good, off the dribble type shooter. So we're going to add that on there. And then I'm going to put Catch and Shoot here on bronze because it seems like he's able to catch the ball and shoot really well. He has a really good release time. And everything seems to be well with that. So I'm going to throw that on there. Then I'm going to put Deadeye here on gold because it seems like, he's able to hit shots with people in his face. So I feel like Deadeye would be a good badge to have. Then I'm also going to put Hot Zone Hunter here on gold, but really you could throw that on Silver. Maybe put Green Machine there on bronze if you'd like. What I feel like I would put for these shooting badges here, with gold Range Extender, Deadeye, Difficult Shots, Hot Zone Hunter, Silver Quick Draw, and then bronze Catch and Shoot for this build. And then for these playmaking badges, guys, these are the ones that we're going to have the most of. Now, I feel like Nico, he is a great floor general. Like, there was always clips of him, and the announcer's always saying, oh, he, controls the pace of the game very well. So I feel like that requires you need to have floor general on this build, and having 27 playmaking spots, you might as well. Now also his handles are extremely quick, so we're going to put handles for days there in Hall of Fame, quick first step on Hall of Fame, and it seems like there is a lot of clips of him doing behind the backs, step backs, so we're going to put Space Creator here on Hall of Fame as well. So that's 4 of Hall of Fame playmaking badges there that we have, and now I'm going to throw Stop and Go, Tight Handles, and Unpluckable all on bronze, because those are badges I feel like you could definitely use with this build. Now one thing I just want to say, I'm not going to put Ankle Breaker on this. He has quite a few ankle breakers if you guys watch his clips and things, but not having playmaking takeover, I'm not going to use it. I feel like it's not really worth it. So I'm not going to add it, but if you have playmaking takeover, I would throw ankle breaker probably on. Also going to add bailout. There's quite a few, again, clips of him going up for a layup or a dunk and then passing out to somebody. So we're going to put a bailout there on silver. And then I'm going to put Dimer here on Hall of Fame. I feel like when he passes to his teammates, you know, he gets an extremely good pass to them and they are able to score extremely well off of his passes. You know, he has some great pass accuracy and is able to throw them extremely accurate passes. Now with these last two, you could go ahead and either add these as stop and go tight handles or unpluckable. There's a few other badges I feel like you could throw on here. You could maybe put flashy passer if you'd like. I feel like, you know, he has some very good passes. They're accurate, and you know, he does throw flashy passes, but really I don't think you need this badge. I'm going to put these on downhill because I've realized that there's been times where he'll get the rebound or somebody will pass to him right after they get the rebound and he can just run in transition and, you know, keep up with the best of people. So we are going to leave downhill there on silver. This is what I would do for these playmaking badges on this Nico Mannion build, guys. And real quick, I just want to say if there's any other college or high school players that aren't in the NBA yet and have a good possibility of being in or are going to be in it that you know of, if you guys want me to do more builds like these along with the NBA players, leave a like on the video if you guys want to see those as well. I can go in and do more of these. I kind of just wanted to test this one out, see what the feedback was, see if you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do, I'll continue to do more of these along with the NBA players. Otherwise, we can just stick to doing the NBA players, guys. But this is what I would do for this Nico Mannion build here on 2K20, guys. But anyways, it's been King Clutch here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video anyways. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out, guys. Thanks.